Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Keaton here, and welcome back from our nuclear throne roulette. This was going to be a special Thanksgiving episode where I would have something that I'm thankful for nuclear throne after every death. But then I realized, what you all probably already realized, that would have been just full of salt. So we're not going to do that. But we will be celebrating it in a new way, a different way, a Tengu drop way. So this is a special nuclear throne roulette salt giving episode. There's no real difference. I'm just calling it salt giving episode because it's Thanksgiving. So, well, Thanksgiving for America, USA, bro. Fists pumping, jamming, man. USA, Jamaica. So yay, I'm finally not on update number 94. That's fantastic. Why does this keep happening? The portal keeps spawning in a completely different area. What the frick? So I guess speaking of nuclear throne things, hey, Nuclear Throne recently did a 2-year look at Nuclear Throne, retrospective kind of, sort of, maybe thing. It was like a look back at Nuclear Throne's the lifespan and how it's you know been received by the fans, by the bystanders and all the people. But you know, the good old Tengu drop, you know, didn't get a mention. No shout outs, no, you know, like winkies, like, you know. But hey, you know, it's okay, it's fine. There's no bad blood or anything. I'm just bringing it up because if you haven't seen it, they actually went with Sleep Cycles, which is pretty cool to see. In all realities, going with Sleep Cycles, definitely the more safe choice. Admittedly though, there was a part of me that wishes they had at least called me, just because, look, if you don't know, I live in a pretty ghetto freaking place, like straight up, and one of the only real joys I get out of living in said ghetto is having to describe to other people the things they're going to have to take precautions over, and things they're gonna have to do before and while they are in my neighborhood, to avoid being either killed, mugged, basic self-preservation. Basically what I'm getting at is, it would have been pretty damn funny to be a fly on the wall where, after having to brief the people who make the documentary, the people making the documentary would have had to be like, maybe we should go with, you know, someone who won't get us shanked because we looked at someone the wrong way. Because indeed, one of the many beautiful things about living here is you just have to look at someone wrong and you'll be in major trouble. It's quite poetic, really. The eyes are the window to... Oh, never mind. You just got shanked, sucker. Okay. Excuse me, Matrix Spider. But that is probably one of my... legitimately, the funnest thing about living in the ghetto is just people's reactions to you warning them. If I had to make a list, I don't know, off the top of my head... don't look at anyone, don't drive a car which indicates you have any money whatsoever, don't show up with the camera, because either A, they're gonna think you're part of like one of the many shows that runs through the, or used to at least run through the area, because there have been many a camera crew have had to cover things that have happened in my area. I would get into specifics, but getting into specifics would probably be a little too revealing about where I live. But trust me, there are some stories I could tell that would just make you sad. But I would say that the most surprising aspect of living in this neighborhood, I've seen far less public sex than I ever thought I would. Oh yeah, 2 disc guns. I'm glad I waited for that large chest, folks. This is the fruit of my labor. You should skip chests because you could get better guns. Or you're gonna get 2 disc guns and a pop rifle. LOL. Only public sex I've ever seen was at a park. And that was actually a pretty funny story. So I was in a summer program when I was younger. You know, pretty much one of those places that you get dropped off as a kid because, like, your parents don't want to put you in summer school, but they need you out of the house because, god damn it, get the frick out the house. I can't have a freaking kid in the house during the summer, god damn it. Ain't this about a pain in the butt? What the frick, man? What am I supposed to do here? You know, I'm just gonna stand here. I'm gonna tell my story. Hold on. Let's see if they'll actually do anything. So yeah, anyway. So basically what happened was we were in an auditorium at the park, having like I don't know, some kind of briefing or something. All I know is that we were doing announcements at the time. It just so happened that a nice couple decided, you know, right there and then, right outside the auditorium, very much in view of an auditorium full of children, decided to get it on. And it was probably the funniest thing ever, because the supervisors did their best to make sure none of the kids looked in that general direction. Now there was a giant door, metal double doors, just open, and you could just looking outside, you could see what was going on. And the bigger they made the spectacle, they're like, hey, stop turning around, stop looking. The more kids looked, and yeah, a lot of kids that day saw some public loving, and it was a thing. It was a thing. The sad reality, though, was I was just outside of viewing range, so I tried to sneak a peek, I remember, and the supervisor was like, hey, you turn around, do not look this way again, I won't tell you again. So I did not get to see it all in its full glory, but I'm sure there were many kids on that day that became very in tune with themselves, if you know what I'm saying. I don't even remember if it was the same year, but I do remember it was that same program, because I went multiple years. I remember one year some kids found some Playboys just in a bag, in a you know, garbage bag. Just, it was like dumped on the side of a park, of the same park, by the way. This is the same park, and yes, this is a ghetto park as well. Like, it was a park where, like, the government tried at one point to attempt to do something with it, but they gave up like the second they tried anything with it, and that was the end of it. But yeah, that was about it. So yeah, one year I heard, I didn't see them, but I have no reason to doubt the story, because multiple people claimed it happened. But yeah, apparently there was just a bag of Playboys found one day. One day they went back and tried to find them, and apparently they weren't there. So either they were lying, or, you know, someone else found the porn and decided to take it for themselves. I'm assuming they were Playboys. To be honest, I don't even remember. But yeah, that was a thing, folks. Before you newfangled kitties and your internet porns. Hello? Oh, okay. Yeah, we're doing that again. Yeah, kids, at some point, people had to actually buy porn in magazines. Not only that, sometimes they hid them in trash bags and dumped them next to parks for some reason. And honestly, these would probably be stories I would have shared with the documentary people. You know, they would have been like, so, well, what are your feelings about Nuclear Throne? Yeah, it's a fun game, but let me tell you about this one time my friends discovered some pornos in the park. Yeah, that's great and all. Who's your favorite character in Nuclear Throne? I once almost saw a couple having sex in the park. That's great. Well, this has been a very informative time. We'll get back to you. Wait, I didn't tell you about the other time. Oh, well, you know, we'll be in touch. That'll be my life. Oh, excuse me, exploding rat. Why don't you suck a page and get out of my book? I don't even know what that means. Alright, still spotting cars next to me. with a disc gun on top for good measure. You know, not only are they giving me the finger, but they're peeing in my face while they do it. That is a nuclear throne style. But I feel like the best rule of thumb when it comes to being in seedy neighborhoods is A, if people offer you drugs or ask you if you're holding, you're probably gonna be okay. Maybe you've at least passed the visual test. You know what I'm saying? The other deciding factor of whether or not you walk out of there without a stab wound or not is probably whether or not the person asking you will tolerate your answer. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully that your RNG is better than Nuclear Thrones, because in Nuclear Thrones case, they'd be like, hey, you holding? And you'll be like, no, I'm sorry, I don't do that. And they'll be like, screw you, and then they hunt down your family, and then they shank them all, you know, because that's the Nuclear Throne way. I've been mistaken for a drug dealer many times, and I don't know, I like to think I don't look like a drug dealer, but then again, I can't necessarily judge the impairments that drugs can cause. So I guess in a way it's good that I've somehow been able to chameleon myself in this neighborhood to the point where I can be like, yeah, I don't do drugs, I don't hold drugs, but don't worry, I'm not gonna say anything, you know? And really, that's what I think I'm most thankful for. I managed to bring it around. I never go out at night because there is the strong likeliness that I will be shanked or mugged. I've actually been followed down some street. That's another good rule, by the way. If someone is following you and you're walking down the street that's not very populated, get to the most populated street, the busiest street possible, and hopefully that'll save you, because there are a ton of side streets around my neighborhood, and yeah, you're pretty much asking for trouble if you're walking down any of those at night. It's tricky. It's like a little quest sometimes. The stupid portal. I don't even want to go in this damn stupid green area of farts. Nobody wants to be here. Anyone who says otherwise is just lying to you. Look at that music cue was so off. It's just like, Big Dog woke up. Oh wait, we forgot to push the button. Push the button. He needs his intro music. You know how embarrassing that would have been if he was a pro wrestler? He'd be like, oh hell no. You play my music when I come through those doors. Damn it. Spiders ain't so tough when I got actual weapons. Yeah. What up? Hashtag blessed. I'm here still killing everything up here in the crystal caves. No, I'm saying. No, I'm super saiyan. Oh, look at me. I can roll and shoot balls. Alright, so I think this is my last run. I don't even know. I'm gonna be honest, I haven't even been paying attention. I didn't know what I was gonna talk about this video. You know, because I always need a distraction because the game's really not gonna do me any favors, so. But hey, I got to talk about living in a terrible place. That's fun. Now we had some laughs. We had some laws at the deaths, right? Yeah, it was law-tastic. You gotta love all that trolling. Lol. Real talk, like, I guess it's working for them. I don't know. Oh, okay. I just won't finish that thought. I'm thankful that I don't have to finish that thought because I am done with this week's runs. They're about as subpar and predictable as always. But yeah, I gotta talk about poverty. That's always fun. But you know, on the bright side, I'm thankful for you, lovely viewer, for sitting through that piece of content. So yeah, thank you as always for watching. And you know, if you too would like subpar predictability, that's what we're going with this week. Yep. Be sure to check out nuclearthrone.com. I don't know. It's probably a terrible way to mark that. I wonder why they didn't add me to that video. Yeah, makes sense now. Yeah. Ding, there goes the light. Anyway, yeah. Yeah. Once again, thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. I do legitimately appreciate you watching. And yeah. So I'll see you guys next time. Bye.